The next label play.
Because that's just the way the mid lane gets to work when it's a 1-1 trade.
Sometimes the guy who gets the kill second is not as unfavored as Topson was in that exchange, but...
It's actually hilarious how they start again. Topson's back at the tier 1 tower, beating into Sumail. They both have to start munching on tangos and dropping down a half-life bottom lane. Arteezy, he's going once again on Ana. Ana still holding the spin as Arteezy drops low. They just want to get some experience into them. While S4 enchanted up, buying G-Rex some time to attack. No, he's body blocking S4. Trying to buy more time for Seb to get damage in, but S4 will just salve this off.
In the meantime, bottom lane, they're out of regen. OG completely dry. Actually, never mind. I got a Tango pack left. But no salve still. No regen, no mana, no tail.
Get the Bramble. Britus, like, working with Arteezy, you burn up the mana, and then it's just easy harassment from range.
The good news for OG, though, is the top lane is going well. Seb has great farm. They're shutting down the Tiny nicely, as they should be, with the head start they had. But the other two lanes going well for EG. And this time around, Arteezy's not getting shut down. And the way they've been playing this series so far, I think you can consider this an early lead for that is what they want. Anti-Mage to have a beginning that he can work with. Is that a healing? That's a Ring of Health flying out? No, it's a Wraith Band and some more regen for Arteezy. So they can keep on the pressure.
Just love it. Even the Fort was used. I think that was actually so the tree toss from S4 can get the kill on the range creep on top lane. They're really just trying to keep him down as much as possible, and they have. He's, as he said, he's 5 for 0. The lane's looking good for bottom lane. Arteezy just gets more and more time to beat into him. And now another root blink forward from Arteezy. N0tail navigating the brambles. He'll get the space, but he will not escape crit. Ana was trying to stand on top of him, I think, to make it a misclick for crit, but it won't work.
And I wonder how Ana's going to recover this time around. We saw in the Void game, the lane might have been a little bit hard, but he recovered nicely. This time around, it just feels harder. Their lane, this Rubik Jugger, how are they supposed to kill in this lane? It's an anti-mage and a Willow. Maybe you can get a lift on the Willow and toss it into a spin, but it's not enough damage, and the anti-mage is just flat out unkillable. Look at Willow just leaving Arteezy even to go into mid. They're trying to get Topson brambles.
Yep, so he was standing almost smack bang in the middle of one of crit, and he just moves a little bit further north and dodges.
Nice movement from Topson there. That could have absolutely been a kill.
What does Ana and N0tail do instantly? All right, well, it's time to do some damage towards Arteezy. Hopefully I get one. He got one.
Oh, he got topped up top. Seb got tossed to the tower.
Too deep.
Oh no, he can't die here. That's real bad for OG's laning. That is such a big kill. Now Jerax might have to yield on the bounty runes too. He has no Enchantress to help him out, so OG will get 3 runes, or EG, sorry, will get 3 runes, maybe even 4. So Mail.
Let's move it over for it. That's a
Seb
bottle
is too late.
too.
4 runes and a kill on the Ench. Seb was out of position and got tossed.
I like how Fly is not even grabbing it. He's waiting it out. Maybe he can even get some bottle charges if he wants to help out. Jirax waiting on the top lane. S4's nearby. They'll go for the Frost. Quick Mango. Anything they've got. Jirax is in bits for the moment. The tree toss, a little bit off target. Jirax able to dodge. But this is some time that's being wasted by Sumail looking for this kill. He'll take the catapult up on, but Topson's in recovery mode in mid, while this rotation doesn't net a kill.
Are EG going to swap their lanes so Tiny goes mid now, or what's the plan here?
Like
leaving the lane empty like this is a bit odd.
I think they're trying to wait until S4 returns to the lane, and now the TP happens.
Now he's half a level behind Topson, though.
But Ana is getting forever rooted by crit on bottom lane. There's 1 Tango left. He'll have to consume the Mango in order to have enough to get the healing ward down, but how's he meant to be farming under here? And instantly taken care of by crit. There's no sustain at all. It's almost like there's no hope for Ana down here.
And crit gets that extra mark again constantly from the Maiden Aura. He might be dying here, though, if N0tail gets the lift. Jerax is in range. Not anymore now. He's going to wrap around.
It's like, which one's real? I need to choose. I prefer to get the kill over on RT, but it seems impossible unless they have full control. Pick up, throw down. Oh no! The spell shield's leveled up at 4, and Arteezy just trades places with Jirax. There's into Bramble. Arteezy jumps forward and falls right with the avalanche. Crit. Level 2 in Shadow Realm has more than enough damage to pop Ana once more, his 2nd death of the game.
And that's going to be a Ring of Health for Arteezy now as well, coming in a sec. Going to be furthering his lead in this lane, making the harassment that harder.
I almost feel like Seb is taunting to try and get EG to come back to him.
Oh, I'm sure he's muted. Don't worry about it. There's no way. He's absolutely muted. So, Anti-Mage with the Ring of Health will be that bit harder to harass now for the Rubik. He's going to continue his farming down here in the bottom lane.
It really feels like
difference-
Thompson's just had the last 3 minutes by himself in mid lane.
That's the biggest difference between the game and the other Invoker game, is that Thompson is having a much better time this time around, and we know what kind of tempo he can set for his team this kind of games. But does he have targets? It's hard to kill Willow as Invoker. It's hard to kill the Anti-Mage as Invoker. It's hard to kill Mirana as Invoker. And even the tiny, the targets, it's easy to kill Maiden. So that's nice.
It's almost like you need to pick up an Orchid in order to get the kills on these guys. So
I
they
think
don't counter you back.
He needs someone to combine with, but the best player for him to combine with is the same.
Bottom lane,
yeah.
EMP, if you change
That's a
the
good
make sure
one.
there's no blink away and Arteezy. Spell Shield won't help you there.
4-man gank, the lift.
And instantly back into mid lane, he'll miss one melee creep. So efficient from Thompson's rotation, but EG's trying one of their own. Under their own Dire Observer. Seb, you've been taunting for a while. You've been asking EG to kill you. And, well, you may get exactly what you wish for. Seb gets to one level up in attendance. Stick charges, but he's got the Curse Crown up. He can't walk this off. The TP's coming in from Rubik. Notel will look to create the space. And Seb, well, he can walk it off. Even with his tree toss from S4, I don't think he's got enough damage, and even Notel dewards the ops.
Thompson being super annoying mid. Arteezy does have the Maiden aura though, so we'll get mana for Blink a bit sooner. Has the stick charges if he really needs to blink.
Just moving over. It's like, okay, well, Curse Crown me. Thompson's ready to fight. Thompson, in fact, please set stun me too. S4, able to do it, but Jirac, he gets a double stun of his own. They get the telekinesis grab over on S4. But Jirac, he's focusing over on Crit, using that cold snap for the control. S4 now comes up as well up the hill, realizes OG owned this part of the map with the impetus. He gets the damage. He'll die from the fall. Jirac's not the perfect layer, but it'll still work nonetheless. Samel, burned out of mana. He's bottle charging up. Seb needs to give the attendance over towards Thompson. Now they can turn their attack over. Fly, he's arrived as well. Looking for that damage. Have they got enough? Samel has the leap distance to get away to safety. And Crit, he wants to turn around Thompson. Again, that Curse Crown. It's the stun. The cross, it will not be enough life and sustain. Keep Thompson alive, and Samel will quite happily take that kill.
Man, there's so much happening on the map right now. And guess who the biggest winner is? It always is with OG. Anna was bottom the whole time. So much space being made for him. He's caught up. He's actually overtaken Arteezy now after that very difficult laning stage in the beginning. The one kill they got bottom, and then this move mid created a lot of time for him.
10-minute runes, here we go again. You thought it was going to simmer down. Jirax will take the bounty to begin with. They're looking over towards Crypt. Jirax looking to actually cut through. It's a level 3 burrow, so he's not in range. And the Shadow Realm being used just to protect Crypt for the moment. And he'll slap an extra attack into Notel for sure. Meanwhile, Thompson alone in mid lane.
Yep.
It feels like the old classic. As you said, like Anna gets space, but then when you go down to deal with Anna, you deal with another lane, then Thompson gets space. Like, which poison do you want to die to here? The only other choice is to kill him. Oh, EMP Tornado from Thompson in mid. Crit, ready to move around to work here with Fly. Samel will take the damage. He's got one charge from the Curse Crown, and Focus are walking out of here. He'll go invis, but it won't help him.
In the meantime, though, Arteezy is not getting a single creep. OG are putting their own pressure up top where Arteezy is playing. With the siege creep,
Arteezy jumps in, untouchable. That takes a long time to get one attack in. Seb can move into the trees. The attendants, they're going to wear off right now. But Arteezy's blinked himself forward, so Seb is quite happy to do max damage to that anti-mage. A quick Curse Crown on Jirax. He's got Pyro Strike available, waits it out nicely, gets the stun through the Shadow Realm, and then dodges the arrow of Samel. A little late, and now that leaves Crit stranded. There's little to no damage he can do to get any kind of rebuttal, and the rest of his team has left him for dead.
I think the arrow wasn't ready, or Samel would have definitely got that on the crown. Probably had a minor cooldown from the... Oh, did he even use it? I'm actually not sure. That was just...
On the ground? The arrow? It got thrown at the end, yeah.
Yeah, that was a guaranteed stun if he used it earlier, so maybe it was on cooldown there. S4 will be pressuring bottom while all this is happening. Yes.
And what does Seb do?
Seb's going to defend it for now. He just walks in.
That's fine. What are these creeps going to do? They'll swing their arms up in the air. for Detroit.
Oh,
A lovely tip.
damn it.
Oh, I got him before you. Hey.
My joke.
Hey, I got you with the Ghostbusters, man. Got you with the Ghostbusters.
Oh, I was not thinking about that.
Yeah. Does anyone even know what that song is, or are we just proving our age?
No, everybody.
Really hope so. People don't even know what Bonanza is.
Pick up from S4. They want to try on Ana here. This kill is actually flat out impossible for these two heroes. He can spin CPR.
Yep. Problem with the Avalanche. Never a permanent
He doesn't have a TP.
Oh, Shadow Realm will take the healing ward. Jirax is nearby. You may have to Burrow Stroke to create some... Sorry, it's like, okay, Hannah, I'm sorry, man. You can only slash if you want to, but you're dead.
Oh, I didn't click him to check if he had a TP before that. But EG very clearly did. And they ran him down. That is a huge kill. He was the richest hero on the map. This seems to happen once or twice in every game. Ana is just being left alone and will get killed once in a while. These kills are big.
I remember the analyst panel, they were talking about like the way OG plays, like, hey, we're up on the top lane, and it was always Seb who was kind of the one who was out too far. It's like, hey, come and kill me. How many heroes did it take from EG to kill off the Juggernaut? Yeah, he's worth a lot, but then you get heavy damage into the tier 1 towers. Seb, who was the number 1, they're giving more back into him, and he's going to try and return it in with a drums build early on. And add that level of pressure. And meanwhile, Topton also farming up. Straight into Spirit Vessel, no Hand of Midas on this Invoker.
And there's another big item coming up soon. This one is for EG though. It's going to be the dagger for S4 and 100 gold. Some really good targets for him in this game. A lot of the Radiant heroes don't have too much max health. The Rubik support dies very easily. The Invoker dies really easily. The Enchantress also dies easily if there's a little bit of follow-up. Speaking of Enchantress, they're actually, again, it's not happening.
No. There's more support coming in under the cover of smoke to both sides. Arteezy was being hunted, but Arteezy's game sense is tingling. And he just moves away and goes down to the Trinity camp we were talking about. I can invade my own jungle. The Observers and Sentries now being dewatered with bottom lane. Seb. Yep.
Okay.
Fly. Okay. Hey, real CM's channel full duration.
They threw everything in the kitchen at him. Not just the sink that time.
They'll get a lot of it back. Sumail's found a regeneration rune in bottom river.
Sumail not skilled at Moonlight Shadow, by the way. What is this? Not a single point in him? I mean, he could only have one, but he's level 10.
He went for the 200 health instead.
It can be really useful for his team. Like, it can be the difference maker, but whether AM survives a gank or not. Is that worth 1 point in arrow? How about that? Okay.
I was actually kind of wondering too, like, how he would build in. We were kind of tossing up, like, where do you get a lot of your physical damage from? Like, how do you make sure you, like, obviously no physical build coming in this time around. There's 200 health, we're not going to 15 damage, and he's going in for Aghanim Scepter. Huge lane clearance. And something that OG may not have an easy answer to. Like, both cores are going for Battle Furies, but Anti-Mage as well as Mirana, they can clean these up so quickly, and they're so highly maneuverable.
Mid tower.
Yep. TP comes in. Avalanche. Quick spin from Ana. The fear will be there, and it's going to force the Enchantress to run away. But Ana's in pretty deep. Still has Omnislash available. The heavy amount of damage thanks to the Demon Edge. And Crit, well, he'll stand there, and he'll tank the entire Omnislash. The rest of EG back up behind the tier 2.
It was a good idea from S4, but he missed the toss on the Dugger. He tossed a creep instead that got in the way.
Seb, you're coming in deep, man. Like, they're under a shrine. He's got a lot more. Avalanche toss up into the arrow, and Thompson's trying to help out with the comps now, pushing Sumail away. Enchantress now going to get the sprites off. No-Tail still there. The Mana Void, that's easy. The EMP, they're all burned dry. It is an absolute drought of EG. Oh, Arteezy's not going to be happy with that one. The arrow from Sumail well on target of Invoker. Corsair's coming off cooldown. Now, the Curse Crown, well, everyone stand together and get maybe some damage from the Bedlam, but then a bucket strike from Jirax picking off Crit. And this game has escalated quickly. Meanwhile, Ana, up in Norway, farming the top lane.
Feels like, I don't know how Enchantress manages to do this in her game, to just tempt everyone to try for these hot kills. If it's just a tilt effect, like you get annoyed, you're like, it's just kill the Enchantress, but...
Let's just get him. Let's just get him.
It's really costing EG here that they try to go for these Enchantress kills. I mean, they've got 2 on her, but how many have they failed, and how much time has that cost them?
It's cost them a lot. Juggernaut has finished a Battle Fury before the Anti-Mage.
Way before. Arteezy is not even close. He's 2,000 gold away from it right now.
The Graph in Golden Experience gets to swing up. EG has obliged OG with a lot of fights, but they need to be able to settle this game down. They need the Aghanims, they need the split push, they need the Battle Fury, they need a lot of things. But what is OG doing? Not giving them the room to breathe. Already attacking into the tier 2 tower on bottom lane.
The tempo is so high now from OG. Now they can kind of do whatever they want. Tanking will get a dagger very soon. Yep, they're going to dive out for.
Notel stunned up continuously, but they'll still get the grab. Pulls back down again. Burrow strikes the bell. S4 does not get up the hill. Frostbite from Fly can't create enough space. And there is no other support coming from EG. Instead it was coming from OG. And now it's a 17-minute Blink Dagger for a support SK. We're wondering how you can make these two very not financially viable supports when it's so hard 5, but it's works when Durex has a Blink Dagger as fast as the normal offlaners to get them.
Are scanning.
Mel gets a DD.
Very uncertain about against Durex even with that DD.
And he was thinking about it, but didn't want to go.
Good observers and sentries from EG. Durex, oh, he'll cop that arrow, still under sentry. Samel can claim that kill nice and quick. And then S4, he'll jump in as well. They're going up the support and they've got him. Samel with a double kill. Turn your attention over to Seb. It'll take a long time to attack into him. The EMP burn is also there from Thompson, making life a little bit more difficult for the Dark Willow. And Seb, he wants to battle. They have sentry from the sentry. Somebody get rid of that. Flies moving forward. You can definitely see them. They're sentries.
Oh, that's a good combo.
Really good jump in. The Bramble, he'll catch it. He's got Omni Slash. He can turn around right now. There's only one creep that's there. They're doing all the spin damage into S4, but he has to burn the ultimates from Ana. He'll crit at the end.
I think S4, or sorry, not S4. I think Sumail couldn't arrow because Seb just kept running in front of him, so they couldn't combo on that to get another kill.
The observer was less than the knew he had to dodge. Moved out to the side. And that just is easy pickings.
I'd love to see a replay of that because that was so beautifully executed from EG, how they did the avalanche toss into the terrorize on the Jugger. All they needed was to connect an arrow, but Seb just ran in front of the Sumail Mirana and he couldn't land it. That's got to be what happened. And that's huge for the outcome of that. Instead of losing their biggest core, they get 2 kills. And sure, Arteezy's getting some space, but man, this is, by his standards, super late Battle Fury. And he had a good start too.
Chris Dead, EMP Tornado can him up on the top, but Shadow Realm will add some protection. He's got no more mana to work with. We'll get the damage into Notel, hung around a little longer. Arrow, it flies forward. Nice long 5-second stun. Over on the Rubicon, now go down and fly. They kill off Thompson. EG needs something, and that's something. Seb? Okay, I'll do this solo. Maybe I won't. Ana's nearby. Arteezy. Counter spell up and running. Ana's not going to take that risk of an Omni Slash. Maybe now it's time to pick up those bounty runes. 4 of them on the field. They've been there for 30 seconds. Unusual occurrence for 20-minute bounty runes.
Yep.
But there's just so much fun with 26 kills, 20 minutes into this game.
Sumail with the scouting arrow. Doesn't find anyone. If Jerax knew, he would have taken the other one, I think, as well. He gets one. That's a, I think, 3-for-1 trade on bounty runes in total. Once Ana gets his shit together and takes this one. He doesn't want it. I don't know. He wants to push the wave first. That's fine. Now he's going to take it on the way back. From Big Camp.
And Jerax is really just trying to stay on Arteezy like a tick.
So is he doing this to just annoy us? It's there. He's not baiting it.
It's income. It's coming in value. Maybe 1 gold, but it's value.
He felt like nobody from EG was going to come and try to take that. Because it was not set up as a bait. There was nobody there that would have killed on the ground. So.
Yellow pretty buff ups up. Attack speed increased by 100, damage by 10. And Roshan, difficult to kill off. Once again, this is Enchantress. Even Roshan thinks she's untouchable. But what does EG do? They scan Roshan. They know what's going on, but how fast can you move over? You're gathering for a smoke, but Roshan's practically dead. 1.4k, 1k, and they're dead, going for, well, nothing. TP over does nothing. They stay with the lanes.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And Jerax is set up bottom. They want to connect over and try to kill RTZ probably. Never mind. He's not going to go for it. Just going to push out the wave.
Just counter-spelling just in case. OG through mid. It has been the name of their game throughout this tournament. 20 minutes, 22 minutes hits. Let's go high ground, boys. Ana, the front liner. Alacrity him up. Able to get freaking tangle, but hey, spin's also great from Ana. Tamel's getting some level of damage.
They have so much sustain. They have the Enchantress heal. They have Healing Ward. They're going to go in with the next wave. He has the spin and Alacrity. They're just going to slowly chip this down. And Arteezy, in the meantime, has to try to get as much as possible. They don't want to take this fight because, realistically, OG are not favored in this.
Here we go again. Spin, attack, fortify has to be used. Arteezy, as he said, like, he's refusing to join this fight. EG just have to hold the high ground.
They might have to lose a Rex, too, actually, before they can fight. I think Arteezy without Manta in this game is not going to be particularly useful.
Thompson's hunting. 460 move speed inside of that Ghost Walk.
Yeah.
Looking for a target, actually just inside the smoke. Like, that's
OG
the Ghost
backing
Walk.
off, this became pretty obvious to Arteezy that something is up. And this is the thing about Boss Wex Invoker compared to Exort Invoker, is Invokers playing this build are generally really high on mana, so you're looking for, okay, maybe Arteezy can come in toward the end of the fight and get a big mana void that gets kills, but if you hit this EMP on a couple of heroes, you're super high on mana the whole time, and even that won't be an option for him.
EG's coming out. Moonlight Shadow and Smoke being committed. They want to wrap around the back. They want to do something about Jerax. They probably need to put up on this hillside to make it happen. CM's got one bow sentry and a cover. Fly drops the sentry to begin with. Observer straight after. But while that's been happening, there was no defense. Tier 3 tower is gone. There's even a couple of creeps to help the push go. Ana spins. Now he's going to take the melee rank. You said EG may have to pay the price. The toss, they find one in deep under the tier 4 towers. The arrow looking to connect as well, but the Omni Slash heads off. He's just totally stranded. Ana will find the kill. They're trying to let it go. Ana's taking through all of this, however. The sustain. I thought EG are meant to be Captain America, but OG, they can do this all day. And the cold snap. That's nothing to follow it up. 14 HP. The sun strike. No, you've got no tackle. He stole the blink from Mantis. It jumps in. Of course you can do that. Finds the kill. Nice chain stun. Over on top to 5 seconds up, and there's no one from EG who can get close. Jerax comes in with the epicenter, expecting EG to engage, but they're not there. As OG look for another lane at Rax. Pushing through. Chris, he's getting the chip damage to Thompson. Where's your jump? Arteezy is still farming in mid lane. He will not join. Animage's not finished farming, but S4 is dead for 70 seconds. He's losing his teammates. And what does Arteezy want to do? The answer for Anti-Mage, keep on farming. What's OG going to do?
Keep on pushing?
Sounds good to me.
There's no Tiny for 50 seconds. This is... It's over. They don't have the damage. They can't kill these heroes, I think. Jump in.
Look for your target. Miranda, Samel. He's leaping the wrong direction, but he had no other choice. Trying to get the Aghanims damage out. And now he doesn't away free. Arteezy's trying to grab the creep waves, but they're all pushed in. The bottom is pushed in, which is allowing this pressure from OG up on the top as Fly. Man, Jerax, he doesn't give to who he's got defensive. He also for available. Triple gets some chip damage into Nortel, but hey, he has to fight. BKB is up for Arteezy. Now's the time, but he's being picked up, thrown away. All that farming, and what did it achieve? Arteezy, well, he'll achieve one kill over on Snowtail. He'll pick away. Regeneration is required. Farming up so they can get back to the front lines. They can't lose all these lanes of Rax. Tarting is back up again. The TP's coming to the sideline. Here comes S4. Avalanche. Toss. They look towards Thompson. And maybe he's got enough damage. Arteezy. The pressure from Jerax. It'll connect. The shield. It wasn't there to actually protect. Now S4 is stranded. It was a hallelujah play from EG. But right now the gods are on the side of OG. Seth will get himself a double kill. The two big cores have for so long. Hagen's Immortal will give Ana back his life. They're claiming the range rack. Figures are up 26 minutes. EG are more than on the ropes. It's a tightrope. No net. I'm barely setting the ropes on fire.
This happened really fast. I just want to point out how fast this happened. The game was really, really even first 15 minutes. And then we have this one moment where OG gets multiple kills, RTZ shows up and dies. And since then, it's been OG all the way to get the Roche. They go push for their invincible Jugger with healing.
Oh, Sameo. Up in the air, Cole Snap, he can leap away. This is the last chance for EG. All top is up. There is no Raxus, no tier 4 towers to really speak of, just the one. Piranha jumps in, but Ana still stands his ground. Where's the attack? EG gather on the no-tail flag, looking for an opportunity, and Ana, he's begging for it. He's got Mana Style, he's ready to dodge. They're into the trees. RTZ blinks away, and maybe Thompson, he'll be set up towards the air. The Curse Crown is there. He'll be able to get the nice chains done. Chris on life. RTZ getting some cleave damage. They're sent away by the Terrorize. RTZ, the Void is good, but is it good enough? Sustained from OG. It continues to run. RTZ protected by the BKB. Yes, comes back in again. Crit, S4. They even get the Tornado onto RTZ. Open from the tree line. Goodbye. The lights are going out for EG right now. Luckily, this is a winner's bracket, but OG, they will push forward to the winner's final, repeating the history of TI8, 2-1ing EG in this semi-final 2.
That's, you know what? This game is Anti-Mage in a nutshell right now. If you have a good start, you have a good laning stage, this hero, it needs time, it needs space. RTZ with just these 2 deaths and the limited farm that he ended up having just gets overtaken, he gets eclipsed by this Juggernaut super quick.